3 amazing savings challenge books, and one big goal to fully fund my Roth IRA for 2025. All I need is a little bit of luck and you. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back to Ready Budget Go. My name is Drew, and on this channel we talk about household budgeting, saving money, and achieving our financial goals. If those sound like things that you vibe with, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below, because I'd love to hear from you. So as I do every Wednesday, I'm in the 3 savings challenge books that I'm using to save money toward my Roth IRA. I'm going to be putting about $50 into Zodiac, Save with the Stars, another $50 or thereabouts into General Greenback and the Frugality Force, and about $100 into the Life of a Creator. On Monday, we went over on game night by $3, so the Life of a Creator is already $3 down, and we'll see how we do with the other 2 books to determine how much is left over to put into this one. I try to do $100, but usually I'm over in at least one of the other areas, so that's where it comes out of. But that's okay, it just makes the book last longer. So let me get started with Zodiac. I'll put these other 2 away, and we'll get going. If you haven't been watching these videos before, I've got, like I say, about $50 to put in here. Generally, I keep going until I am able to take a 50 out of the tray, and then I stop. Usually it's $1 or 2 over. Sometimes it's really far over. But we'll see how we do this week. If you haven't seen this savings challenge book before, this is one that I created. It is astrology themed, so it's got a spread for each of the 12 signs of the zodiac, starting with Aries and going all the way through Pisces, which is the 12th sign of the zodiac. On the left-hand side of each spread is a scratch-off savings challenge where the numbers 1 through 9 appear exactly once. On the right-hand side is a color and save challenge, actually 2 of them, and these you make whatever you want. I've decided that the top symbol is a D8 roll, the bottom symbol is a D12 roll, and you can see that I've completed some of these already. Libra is completely done, and others I've got some work left to do. So the way that I determine which challenge I'm going to do is I roll a D12 die, and that tells me which sign of the zodiac I'm working on, and I also roll a D6 die at the same time. The D6 tells me which challenge to do on that spread. So for example, if I roll a 1, it's a scratch, 2 is a D8 roll, 3 is a D12 roll, and then it goes 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that's how I determine what I'm going to do. So let's go to the dice. I just wanted to show every single spread here. We'll go back to the front. I will get out the dice tray. I've got all my dice arsenal here ready to go. So let's roll the D12 and the D6, and let's see where we're going. Okay, 8 and 3. So sign number 8 is Scorpio. 3 is the D12 roll. So let's roll the D12 and let's see how much we're going to save. $2, not too bad. And the way that I do this is I just mark out a little bit here. I will come back and fill it in later offline. It takes me forever to color, so I don't want to waste your time. So I'm just doing a little bit here during the saving, and then I'll come back and fill it in later. All right, let's see where we're off to next. 8 and 5. Okay, well, we don't have to go far. We're just going up here to a D8 roll. And for the D8, we're saving 8, so I'm going to put the $2 back. We'll take out a 10, and we'll color in one of the D8 symbols. And by color in, I mean badly fill in part of the line just to show intent. Take the D8 out, bring back the D12 and the D6. We've got number 9 and number 4, so that's going to be a scratch on Sagittarius, but the scratching is all done. We do need D8 rolls, so that's what I'm going to do. Roll the D8, and we've got $4, so we'll take out a couple of 2s here. We will mark off one of the symbols just a little bit. I could probably fill this whole one in, but I won't yet. Back to the D12, number 3 and number 2, so that's going to be another D8 roll on Gemini, but we've already done those. The only thing we have left to do on Gemini is a single D12 roll, so let's do it. Let's finish Gemini, especially since I'm recording this on June 20th, which is the last day of Gemini. Okay, so we've got $10, so I'm going to put a 10 back, take out a 20, and then I will fill in a little bit of this last symbol, and that will be it for Gemini for this book. All right, so bring back the D6, and let's see where we're going next. So 8 and 1, that is going to be a scratch on Scorpio, which we don't need. We do need D8 and D12, so let's do a D8. So there's more of those. $5. Mark off a little bit here. Just enough to show intent. Get the D12 back, and let's see where we're off to next. Okay, 3 and 5. 3 is Gemini. We've already done that completely, so no more 3s. 1 and 2, so that's a D8 roll on Aries. We do not have that available. We have scratches, and we have 1 D12 roll. So let's do a scratch, because we haven't done that already. There's only 2 of them left, so I'm going to go down here at the bottom. And we've got 8. Okay, so let me clean this up. I'll put a 2 back and grab a 10. And let's see where we're off to next. 9 and 1, so that's another scratch on Sagittarius. Yep, and we don't need any more of those, but we do need a D8 roll. So let's get the D8, $3. So I'm going to put back 17 and grab a 20. Oh, goodness. There we go. So a 10, a 5, and a 2. We'll grab a 20. Give it a little mark here. Okay, we've got $10 left to save. Let's see where we go next. 3 and 5. 3 is Gemini again. So we don't need any more on Gemini, so we're going to re-roll. 4 and 6. So that's a D12 roll on Cancer, and we need those badly, so that's good. Okay. And we got 11. So that's going to be our last roll for the week. We're over by $1, which is fine. So I'm going to put the 20s back. We'll take out a 50 and a 1. And that is what is going to go into Zodiac for the week. So let me get out the binder. Actually, let me put this away. Get everything in my hands before I do things in a logical order here. Okay, so the binder goes back. We'll go to the Zodiac envelope, which is right here. We'll put in the 50 and the 1. I'll come back and condense later, like I always do. And then that's it for that one. So let's get out General Greenback and the Frugality Force, and let's see what our team of superheroes has us saving this week. Okay, we're back with General Greenback and the Frugality Force. Now, I've done most of the challenges in this book already, so we'll have to see which challenges we have left to work on and how much we're going to do. So this, if you haven't seen it before, this is a superhero-themed savings challenge book that I created. It's available on my Etsy shop, just like the Zodiac challenge is, or the Zodiac book, rather. And so we first meet General Greenback, and he tells us who he is and about his team of superheroes, and about the evil team of supervillains that they're taking on to protect their savings. Okay, so we've got all of the heroes done and all of the villains done except for Overdraft. Overdraft, every time you scratch, you save $5, and every time you match a hero or villain, you save an additional $10. So we've got 5 scratches left and some amount of matches left. I don't know how many matches. So I think what we're going to do for this week is, because we've also got some work to do here. So I think what we're going to do for this week is we're just going to scratch this until we get to $45 to $55, and we'll save that, and then we'll move on to the next book. So not a lot into General Greenback this week, but we're getting close to the end. And once everything's done, I'm really looking forward to counting up how much we saved and also looking back on all the challenges that we did. So there's still a few more weeks of this left, but there's just a few challenges that we're still working on. So let's get to scratching, and I just do these at random. So I'm just going to go in order top to bottom. So here we've got Gold Shield, and I don't know if I've already scratched him or not somewhere else. Yep, he's right here. Okay, so we owe $5 for the scratch and $10 for the match, or a total of $15. So there's 10 and 15. And let's go over here. And we've got the Loan Shark. I'm pretty sure we've already scratched him. He's one of my favorite villains. Let's see. Yep, he's right here. So we've already scratched him once, so we owe another $5 for the scratch and $10 for the match. So that brings us to $30. So I put 5 back, take out a 20. Let's scratch here. Let's see who's in this one. This is the Ponzi Pirate. Have we already scratched the Ponzi Pirate? We have. He's up here. So that is another 5 for the scratch and 10 for the match. So that brings us up to $45. So I'm going to put back 10 and grab 25 because 10 plus 15 is 25. So that brings us to $45, and that's where I'm going to stop for the week. So we were $1 over in Zodiac, $3 over in Game Night, and we're $5 shy in General Greenback. So that means into the life of a creator, we're going to save $101 at least. So let me put away the book. Not very long this week for General Greenback, but that's perfectly okay. We'll get out the binder. And we will put $45 into General Greenback. Again, I will condense and consolidate at the end of the video. Just stick it right in the front. And then I'm going to get out the Life of a Creator. Since I'm already in here, I'm going to take out the stickers. I'll get out the binder and get us set up for that, and we'll start going through that book here in just one moment. Okay, it's time for Savings Challenge book number 3, which is The Life of a Creator. This Savings Challenge book is a collaboration. It was put together by Marlene over at SnowGardener307. You can buy this book from Marlene on her website at snowgardener307.com or from her Etsy shop, and I will try to remember to link that down below. And when you buy the book, you get a set of 7 dice, and you also get 2 sticker pages that you need for some of the challenges in the book. With the dice, you get a D4, a D6, a D8, a D10 percentages, a regular D10, a D12, and a D20. You do not get to pick the color. I didn't pick this color. It's just what Marlene picked out when she shipped it to me, totally random. So just know that the dice that you get, you will get them, but they will be random. Okay, so let's see where we left off last week. And I honestly don't remember where we left off last week. Okay, so we were here. And did we do this one or did we not? I think we did not, because I've got the dollar sign here. So let's just do this one regardless. This is by Janelle Ray Budgets, and this is a roll and save and a scratch and save. And I have decided, stupidly on me, to roll a d20 when I do the roll and saves. So some of the scratchers I didn't know say double your next roll, and every time that I've rolled the d20 when I've gotten one of those, it's been a really high number. But you know what? That's totally fine. I picked the d20 and it's saving me a lot of money. So can't blame Janelle, and I love this challenge anyway, so we're all good. But I have decided that I'm going to do all the scratchers before I do the rolls, just in case there's any more of those doubles lurking. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scratchers left. So let me roll the d6 die, and let's let that tell us which scratch we're going to do. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. So right over here. And this one says, oh good, it's a dollar sign, $3. That is perfectly fine by me. So let me get out the vacuum, clean this up. And I will get out $3. And let's go to the next challenge, which is, let me take the clip off here. This is a Save $55 challenge. This is by Danny at Craftco Budgets. There are lots of low numbers here. It's only 1 to 5. There are tiny scratchers and there are big scratchers. So I've been kind of going back and forth. It looks like we still have more tinies than we do bigs, so I'm going to scratch another tiny. And this one's going to save us, looks like a 4. Yep, that's what it is. So let me put the 1 back, and we'll take out a 5. And we'll go on to the next page. This is one of my favorite challenges in the whole book. This is the Booty Bank. This is by Liz and Les. This is a sort of a pirate treasure map, and I'm rolling a d6, and wherever it takes me, that's what I save. I usually mean to do this challenge first, and I didn't, so I think I'm going to do this twice. It's going to be a lot of money, but I try to remember to do this first, just while we're in some of the bigger numbers, to make sure that it gets done. So let's roll the d6. There's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $38. There's also quite a lot on here, so this challenge is going to last a while. So let's see, let's put 5 back and take out 43. 40. Yeah. Because 5 plus 38 is 43. Okay, so I can put these two twos and one back for a 5. Okay. And I'm going to roll it again, and hopefully we get around to the start again where we got some low numbers. 6. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I need a different color. So I'm going to use this green brush tip marker. Mark off the 2. We'll save $2. Thank you, D6. You were kind to me. And let's go back to the front of the book. So the first challenge in the book is Let's Get Rolling, and I've already completed that. So in its place, I am doing this scratch-off challenge that was given to me by Marlene for Christmas last year. And I'm just picking these at random, and I'm picking this little half one down here. I was going to save this, but I'm just feeling it this week. And that is $1. Okay, so let's clean this up. And it says save $50. These numbers are going to be relatively small altogether. So, okay. So $1. We'll put this challenge back in its spot of honor here at the front. Then we've got the Kiss My Hiney challenge, and this is by Shannon at 307 Design Studios, who is Marlene's sister-in-law. And this one goes with this set of stickers. And I have been doing this highest to lowest, so I've got the 2s and the 1s left. And there is also stickers on here to put your own amounts on. So I'll do that once I get through all of the numbered ones. But for now, I'm doing a number 2. Well, I'm doing a sticker with a 2 on it. Don't get any ideas. Okay, and this one, let's just keep going down her arm here. So we're going to kiss her wrist for $2. So I'm going to put 3 back and actually I'm going to put, I'll put 8 back and take out a 10. So 5, 2, and 1. We'll take out a 10. So $30 saved. My goodness, we might get all the way through the book. Famous last words. Okay, here we got the Birds and the Bees challenge. I don't remember where I was last time because I'm going around the board. This is a collab within a collab. This is between Mischief Managed Budgets and Champagne's Corner. And this one, you just go around the board, and then if you land on a special symbol, you might play one of these games down here. So I am going to roll the D6 die, and I'm just going to start here, and we'll go from there. Number 2. So 1, 2. So that's just going to save us $2. So let me cross this off so that we know that we've done it. We'll take out a 2, and we'll go on to the next challenge. Okay, here we are with Bug Out. This is by Reinventing Renee, Budget Nerd Co. on Etsy. And this one is a roll and save challenge, but you also do this drawing that I'm terrible at, but I'm doing my best. And so all I've got left are the legs. So I'm no longer rolling. I'm just doing a leg every time that I go through here. So let me get another leg done. And I have forgotten to do the check marks here. So got 2. And each leg is $3 because you would have had to roll a 3 for that. So let's put the 2 back and take out a 5. And let's go on to the next challenge, which is exercise. I thought you said extra fries. Save $45. This challenge is by Lindsay at Boy Mom Loves to Save. There are symbols under each of these, and there's suggestions here for how much to save, or you can fill in your own amounts, but I'm using all of Lindsay's numbers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left to scratch. So let's roll the D8. And we've got number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go right here. And it's fries. And fries is $5. I think this is the first fries that I've scratched. Yeah. So there's probably at least a couple more of those. Okay. So I'm going to put 15 back and take out a 20. 10 and 5. And a 20. I know I've screwed up somewhere. I know I did, because I rolled... Well, shoot. You know, because I crossed off the 38 here, so I should have at least 38, but I've only got 2 20s. So I must have put back a 20 at some point. So I'm just going to take another 20, because I feel like I should be much further along. I don't know what I did here. So I will watch the video back. I'm going to keep playing as if I've got $60, and if I owe any more money, then I will do that at the end, and I will put that into the Roth IRA for the week. So apologies for that. I don't know where I got carried away. Oh, goodness. Okay, so back on track here. Let's see what we're doing. So this is a roll and save challenge. This is by Thrifty Sew Shop. Okay, so here we're rolling a d6 die and we are saving the amount. I wasn't very imaginative here. I just said that each die is what it is. So let's roll the d6. And we've got a 2, which is orange, and we do have a 2 available. So let's mark that off here. We'll save $2. We'll go on to the next challenge. Oh, this one's completed. This was by Golden Girl Budgets, and we scratched everything on here. So let's flip the page, and we'll go over to this one, which is by A Little of It All. This is a roll and save challenge. There are 5 left to scratch, so let's roll a d6. We got number 3, 1, 2, 3, so we're going to go right here. And we've got $6. Oh, I'm still a little rattled by losing my place here with the money that I'm trying to save. I just must have checked out for a minute. Okay, then next up we've got the Match Day $50 Savings Challenge by Jaywhackers. I've got 1 left to scratch. Sorry to see the end of this one. It's another one of my favorites. I love the graphics on this, the colors, everything about it. Marlene found these soccer ball scratch house stickers, so it's been a lot of fun. So let's give it a scratch and let's see how much we're going to save. And it's going to be $5. So these have all been fairly middling numbers. It looks like the smallest was a 3 and the biggest was a 9. Oh no, I see we've got a 1 here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5 twice. Okay, so we rolled a 5, or we scratched a 5, so let's put a 5 back. We'll take out a 10, and while I'm here, I'm going to get out one of my super special challenge completed stickers, which is somewhere in this bag. There they are. I should have had these at the ready. You can get these challenge completed stickers in my Etsy shop, just if you like to memorialize challenges that you complete. So I'm going to stick it right here. And now that the next time that we come to this page, we'll know that we've already done all we can do. Okay, next up is the game that always gets me. Flip, Scratch, and Roll Duck, Duck, Goose Edition. This is by Budget Paparazzi. I always have a hard time reading that, too. And in this one, you're supposed to flip a coin, but I don't flip coins, so I was rolling a die to determine whether it was heads or tails. But we've only got tails left, so we're going to scratch here, and we're going to roll here. So let's give this a scratch. And it's going to be $5. And on top of the $5, we will add a d6 roll. So let's give it a roll. 1. Okay, so this week we're going to save $6 in this challenge. Is there anything we can do here? Well, we can put away this 2 20s and a 10, take out a 50. We can do that. But then we're going to take a 5 and a 1. Okay. All right, so next time we play this, we will be finishing it. Once again, a work meeting that could have been an email. Sigh. This is by Busy Lizzie's Budgets, another scratch-off challenge. There's only 2 left. I'm going to go left. $2. Thought it was a 4 for a minute, but it turned into a 2. Okay. So let's see here. So we've got 5, 7, 8. So if I put away 8, I can take a 10. And we'll finish this next time through. It is always tempting for me to just go ahead and finish the challenge, but I want these to last, so I'm going to wait and let it come up naturally. Okay, we finished this one. This is by Budget with Mama Bear. It's another scratch and save. Now we've got Scratch, Roll, and Save $40 plus, amounts 2 through 8. Seek Balance, Not Perfection. This is by Budget with Carly. So I'm doing the scratches here first, just because that other challenge it's got me nervous about scratching. So I'm going to go for the one on the bottom. And let's see what we've got here. $6. Okay. So let's take out a 5 and a 1. And get things kind of in order here. So we're at 50, 70, 80, 7. So we've got $14 left to go. This is 25 to Thrive. This is by Taylor Louise. And this is a habit tracker challenge, and I've decided that the habit that I'm tracking is saving $5 every time I come to this page. So I'm going to check off another cloud. I'm going to put away $15, take out a 20. So we're at 92, about that. Yeah, 92. Okay, now we've got another scratch-off savings challenge. It says, suspect claims she has too much to do, but lays down to nap instead. This is by Laura Bell Creations. We've got 2 scratchers left. Let's go to the bottom. $4. Okay, so $4, take a 1 back and put in a 5. We're at 96, so about $5 left to save. We've got the $50 plus dice roll. This is by pinkycloth.co. It says save up each dice. If you decide to roll, save that total amount. This cute challenge should have you saving over $50 plus in no time. So the way that I've been doing this is I roll a d6. If it's something that I have available, then I will cross it out and save that amount. If not, then I'm using up one of these boxes. So let's see. So we got a 6, and we do have that available. This is going to be the last roll for this week, or the last page for this week, which means the marker needs to go on to Donna Powered by Creativity and her Save to Sync challenge. So we'll start there next week. And I need to save $6. So let me take out 6. I will clean up the money, but let me put this away first. And I will also put away all of the dice into my little dice arsenal here. We'll get out the binder. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 102. So unless I made a big boo-boo, which I very well could have, I will be putting a total of $302. What am I doing here? No, sorry, $301 into my Roth IRA this week, because I was supposed to save 101, but I saved 102, so that's going to be a total of 301, right? Okay, so I'm going to put that into the Life of a Creator. I'll come back, I'll do a condensing, and then, like I say, if I've made a mistake, then I will catch it in the editing, and I will note it on screen what I've done to make up for it, and you should be seeing that on screen here right about now. But come back with me in just a sec, and let's condense the 3 envelopes that we stuffed this week. Okay, it's time to condense. So let's go into the Life of a Creator. And at this point, I still have not watched the video back to see if I made any mistakes. So like I say, if I did, I will have corrected that on screen, and you will have already seen that. So in the Life of a Creator, we have 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 25, 27, 29, 30. So I can condense this into a 10. And then I'm also going to see if I can swap out these 200s for ones that have stickers. It looks like, oh yeah, I can. 100, 200. Makes them much easier to handle, so I'm going to put those in the back here. So we've still got 1,330. I have no idea how much this book is going to save us, but I've got lots more left to do in it. Even though some challenges are done, other challenges last a lot longer. There's high budget, there's low budget, there's everything. So I will be working on this for several more months at least to finish it, and looking forward to every step of the way. Okay, so next up, Zodiac Save with the Stars. Let's see how much is in here. We've got 1,500, 50, 70, 72, 73, so nothing I can condense, but I'm going to swap out this 20 for one with the sticker. And again, if you haven't seen my videos before, I use prop money in my binder just because this is all going into my Roth IRA. So taking the money out of the bank, putting it in an envelope, I would have to put it right back in the bank to put it into my Roth IRA. So I use placeholders for this challenge. Okay, and then General Greenback, we've got 1,500, so 1,500, and 20, 40, 60, 75, 76. So I am going to consolidate 2 20s and a 10 for a 50. Oh, get in there. There we go. So we've still got 1,576. And we've got a little bit of a ways left to go on that. We've got to finish overdraft, and we've got to finish taking on word larceny, and then there's one more challenge at the end. So still got a ways to go on that. So that is it for the condensing, the consolidating. I will now hang my head in shame, go watch this video back, see if I made any mistakes. If I have, you'll see my revised total for the Roth IRA for this week, and I will make sure that I note that and try to do better next week, because that's all we can do. So thank you so much for watching, especially for watching all the way through to the end. If you are looking for what's coming up next, on Friday, most likely, I will have my weekly budget update. Then this weekend is the June Etsy drop, so be sure to watch out for that. I will have that video up probably Friday night is my goal, because the Etsy drop is at midnight on Saturday the 28th. Midnight Eastern Time on Saturday the 28th. And then following that, next week, I will be back on Monday for game night and on Wednesday for more fun with the Savings Challenge books. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below so that I know you were here. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you in the next one, take care.